Wow, there are just so many apps to choose from. Which one should I pick? Bonjour tout le monde, I'm Cassy, your French tutor, so you can discover France the French way. And now is the perfect time to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want real effective ways to learn French. I know, there are so many apps that exist on the market. I want to test them with you. Like, is it a scam? Is it actually fun, effective, all that? So I picked 5 apps that we're going to test together. And as always, I created a free PDF that you can access from the description, in which I summarize everything, pro, cons, all you need. Alors t'es prêt? On y va. Let's start with Memrise, and this one was actually recommended by a student of mine, even though I tested it myself quite some time ago, but this time we will test it together. Let's say I've done some learning, but I can't really speak. Okay, let's start with learning a few words. I do like the videos, not gonna lie. I really like the fact that you see that in context and with the real French speaker. So, pretty cool. And then you have it, of course, a bit slower. No, I actually like it. What it is really in English and the literal translation. So, j'ai faim, indeed. I have, I have hunger. We don't say I am hungry. With faim, hunger, we use avoir. J'ai faim. J'ai faim. J'aimerais japonais la faire. Okay. So what do I hear? J'ai faim. J'ai soif. Again, I really like the videos. And you have different ways to speak. You have different accents. This one has an accent that is actually very similar to mine. I'm getting a bit bored, but I can see with the progression bar that it's fine. Okay. Donc, il fait... What is hot? Chaud ou froid? Chaud. Ooh, apparently I've learned a new word. Okay. No, nobody says that. Come on. C'est la vie. No. In the US eventually, but not here. So, I want to go back. Okay, of course there is a streak. Yes, so I can review the words, but maybe not right now. I can actually use AI. Let's use, I'm curious. Okay, let's go with sentence builder. I actually do like that too. Let's start with our first exercise. Can you fill the gap using one or more of the words you've learned? Here the sentence, il fait chaud. Great try. Could be, it's hot now. Let's move on to the next exercise. It's not bad. And it tells me, okay, if I make a mistake, what does it say? Vous avez du Wi-Fi. Which is funny because Wi-Fi, people told me that it's supposed to be feminine because I use it du Wi-Fi and not de la Wi-Fi. But here they use it masculine, so I was right. And I checked on the internet and they said both. But I want to think that I was right. Nice, your sentence means I'm hungry, I want to eat a lot of pizza. Correct phrase, je veux manger beaucoup de pizza. Don't forget to use de for quantities in French. Okay, so it is motivating me. It doesn't say that I suck, but it does correct me. So I actually like it. It is cool. I will be bored very soon because I know how I work, but it is actually pretty cool. Okay, what do I think? It is good for a bit of a boost with vocabulary. I like that they use real life sentences and they use spaced repetition, which is known as one of the most effective ways to learn vocabulary, though it can be quite boring, let's be honest. And the issue with spaced repetition is that it is effective as long as you stick to it. And if you are even a little bit like me, you just won't. Like, you will give up in not even a week. So it is for you if you like spaced repetition, if you need that vocabulary boost, but if you don't focus on, just words for a long time, maybe that's not the best option. And we move to FluentU, or as I say with my French accent, FluentU, because that U, you know, French. But no, I want to thank them so much because they are the very first sponsors of this channel. Thank you so much for your trust, guys. I want to show you this app. I never tried it myself before they contacted me, but I'm so glad I can recommend it to you now, because it's not like the other apps, you know, where you repeat the vocabulary again and again and you just have random sentences appearing on your screen. No, it is based on immersion. And if you follow that channel, you know that it is so important. Let's get started. Immersion, immersion, immersion. Yes, I'm repeating that all the time. So here we're beginners. So an entire show, an entire movie will be a bit tough for us, right? So we'll start with a 1-minute video for greetings. Ok, bien. Let's say I don't know what it means, alright? Donc bien, tu parles bien français. Elle ne chante pas bien.
Elle ne chante pas bien. Tu parles bien français.
Okay, all that is in context. And see, you can watch all the videos in which they use it. And I can add it to my deck. Yes. So now let's say I want to explore. Not just that, even though it is advice for me and it is really good to learn, but I want other things. So here you have YouTube videos, you have shows from TV. Well, this one is don't watch him. I'd advise that you also repeat the word you don't know. For example, bonjour. Let's say I didn't know. I know, you know, I know. But you could say bonjour. And then you go back to the video. So what happens after you've watched a video, after you did a lesson? Well, you probably want to review all that, right? Boom, boom.
Comment ça va?
Comment ça va? So, as I say, you need to repeat everything, otherwise it won't stick, okay? So you repeat everything. Comment ça va? Comment ça va? Do I already know it? No, let's show the definition. Informal, how are you doing? How is it going? Yes.
Non.
Non.
Tu viens juste de m'appeler, non?
Tu viens juste de m'appeler, non? Let's say, okay, I don't know m'appeler.
Appeler.
Yep, and you have it in context, yes. And you can add it to your deck. But you can also review the vocab on its own. So you just read everything you've learned from the lesson. Au revoir, magnifique. What I added myself, and in a dialogue. So more complete sentences, so you can make sentences and you can start speaking right away. All right, so I really wanted to show you the web version of FluentU. I don't know, I'm sure you will love it as much as I do. I actually do prefer it because you can see the video better. And it is easier for me to interact with the video, stop it, watch the vocabulary, etc. with the mouse. However, what I'm really excited to show you is the Chrome extension. But first, the web version. Okay, so you see that it is exactly the same learning path. What they recommended for me in the app, well, it's here. Actually, we haven't checked the lesson, did we? So let's do it. Ooh, they have Stromae, but it's part of the paid version, which you can have thanks to the link in the description. See, it is from YouTube, and you have the dialogue here with the translation. You can hover and you have the actual translation, word by word. If you click on it, you have it in context, pronounced by someone. and another video so you have more context. But what I really want to show you is the Chrome extension, because you can go to YouTube, for example, this one, and if the video has subtitles in your target language, you turn them on and the Chrome extension will work its magic. See? That is from FluentU. And for example, dernier, I don't know what it is, so I put my mouse on it, and last, final, I can click, and it works just like that. And it works also on Netflix. So you make sure the subtitles are on, and let's go. Une lubie. What is it? Whim. And again, you can click. And that's how it works, with other examples if you need them. I'm pretty sure you guessed why I am so enthusiastic about this app. So you can immerse yourself in French language with real spoken French, and also have like cultural references that we could have here in France. So that is very good for learning, and it is very well thought, and also they're just lovely after communicating with them. So don't forget that there is a link in the description with a discount just for you. Thank you again for sponsoring this video. Now let's move to Montée, and I never really heard of it. Like, it was in my list of apps that exist, but never recommended it to me. I never tried myself, so we'll see that together. I'm sorry, but it looks ugly. And we start with an ad. Okay, we're not off to a good start. I'm sorry, but it's ugly. It really is ugly. So let's unlock what? Okay, where do you... No.
No.
Oh, okay, so that's not for me because I'm not paying. No. So I only have... Okay, I have one lesson a day. Un bus, un bateau, un train, un aéroport. Oh, I don't like the voice. Sorry. Oh. Again, I didn't see that I had to press one in particular. L'aéroport does not explain why before they told me un aéroport and now it is l'aéroport. I'm pretty sure you know. It's because here it is the airport and not an airport. But yeah, okay. Train. But it is the same. Huh? Ooh, not a big fan. Huh? Non, 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 non. Quand est le prochain train? The voice is really robotic. It is just about answering questions without any explanation or anything. Oh, I would be so bored. Bus. Oh, I think it is bus, huh? How do I leave that? End lesson. I really hate it. Now let's try to speak. Of course, everybody includes AI now. I'm bored. I'm bored. Did you have situations if it's not exactly how they did? Okay, let's try with hello. Bonjour. Oh, salut was said pretty well. Je m'appelle Cassy. But if you give me the answers... Je vais dire très bien, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Yeah, I'm not learning anything. I'm... Like... It does look like it's really interesting. But... I'm bored out of my mind. And of course premium, like I'm gonna pay. Sure. There are very nice things. So for example, the bite-sized lessons, that is cool. The fact that there are themes like traveling or food or greetings, and you can learn quite a lot of vocabulary, but it is highly repetitive. As you understand by now, I'm not a big fan of that, but it is just ugly to the eye. I really hated that part. It's not a bad app, but it's really not my liking. But if it's your thing, why not? The AI bit can be fun to practice with, but the free version is quite limited. So I think to enjoy this app to the fullest, you will need the premium version. And if you do try it, you tell me in the comments. Of course, I really want to know. Now we'll move to Lingodeer. I didn't know it, only by name, but it was recommended mostly for Asian languages. So I don't know what it is worth for French. Let's see. Woo! Okay, Lingodeer and French accelerated. Okay, let's go with second level. Otherwise, I would be bored. Of course, you have ads everywhere. Could do the alphabet, but do we want to learn the alphabet or do we know the alphabet? If you don't, there is a video just here. Okay, se brosser. Okay, technically se brosser, it's for the hair. But se brosser les dents. What do you brush? Brosser les dents. Let's go with se coucher.
Se coucher. Se coucher.
Okay, the voice is a bit mechanical. Oh! I had to, I didn't even check that I had to select one. Sorry.
Je me lève à 7 heures tous les jours.
Je me lève à 7 heures tous les jours. I get up at 7 o'clock every day. Okay. What if I click on it? Lève. Lever means to raise. Se lever means to get up. Do they explain that it is? Yes, it is a pronominal. Yeah, pronominal. In English, it is reflexive. Tu. How am I supposed to know? Because I just saw je me lève. So how do I know? Tu se lèves? Eh ben non. Okay, the little deer is cute. Not gonna lie. Nous avons besoin de... But how do I know? How am I supposed to know? I know the real answer. I wanted to see their feedback. And I don't really have any. Oh, okay. Here I have the lesson. Maybe it's best to actually check the lesson. I do like it. I personally really like when there is the lesson and then I apply what I've learned with exercises. That's how I prefer to learn. When I'm not being lazy. No, but okay. Okay. It's not bad, It's not bad. To go to bed, now it is se coucher. Okay, are there other ways to practice or not? Okay, so here's the lesson. I do like it. Okay, so I can review things. I can review grammar. Okay, the grammar that we saw. Je me lève. Okay.
Maman nous demande de nous coucher vite.
Ooh, that was fast.
Maman nous demande de nous coucher vite.
No, that's too fast and too long and no. I don't like apps that make me repeat the same sentence again and again and again. Lingodeer. That deer is adorable and I really like it. I'm impressed with the grammar explanation, not gonna lie. That is really good. And a student like me needs explanations like that before doing the exercises. I don't learn just by doing. I need a bit of theory and then apply that theory in real life situations. So if you're a little bit like me, that is actually very good. But can be quite repetitive at time and I don't know. I wasn't sure really why they chose the words they chose. At the very beginning, as a beginner, it's fine, but when you move on, I don't know. It's a bit like when I reviewed FluentU, I wasn't really sure why they picked these words. So I don't know if it's random or not. But it is good, it is quite nice. The translation is not perfect, but the grammar explanations, they make up for a lot of it. Duolingo, oh my god, we will test that one of course, even though I'm sure that You know it, I know it, I've used it for years, and actually I've used it for learning Dutch years ago, and it was not that advanced. I got bored quite easily, but I want to give it another shot now, and we'll see that together. I want to start. Je veux commencer. Allez. But it's only the beginning, I understand. Yeah, that was quite some time ago. Their characters are so cute. Imagine he told me like, doesn't work. Je voudrais un café et toi. I do like that you can tap on the word and it gives you the translation. Je voudrais un café et toi. Moi aussi, je voudrais un café, s'il vous plaît. Voilà. Je veux un verre. Looks like water. Donc un verre d'eau. I love how the sound effect is so Duolingo, like you can recognize it. In terms of branding, they're amazing. Elle mange une salade. And you can also tap for a slower recording. I find it clever. Now I can understand. Marc, tu prends un café ou le métro? Non, ou un thé. And I do like that you type yourself, you pronounce the words, you can just find the correct word. Like, I do like the diversity of it all. And of course, you have plenty of ads, and if you want to remove them, you pay. Like, it's fair. The check. Let's say I don't know how to say the check. I can check. L'addition. Why do I say that when it's here? Oh yeah, If there is one word I know how to say is bon. So already? Oh, it's weird. No. Okay, so a lot of commercials. What do I have here? I can speak. Oh, I can role play, but it's part of Max. Oh, that is part of Super. Okay. But I can review my mistakes. That is cool. It is highly gamified. I mean, Duolingo is the master of gamification. So yeah. What else? Oh, that's me. Cuckoo. These are, yeah, highly gamified. Let's be honest. But I do like that you have several exercises. So sometimes you focus on listening, sometimes you focus on speaking, and you have tests, use gender and number agreement with a bit of explanation. So it's not as good as Lingodier, but it's pretty cool. Let's be honest. One of the most famous language learning app on the market. People hate it, people love it. I find it quite addictive. They mastered gamification, let's be honest. And Duo is so cute and so threatening at the same time. Kudos for their community managers. They're doing an incredible job. Like, I'm so impressed. But that aside, it is, as I said, highly addictive. You're actually learning. The sentences, they don't really make sense, but they teach you how to assemble the words that you know to make sentences. And I find it quite important because if you learn just one sentence, what if you need a few words from that sentence, but not the whole thing? In real life, I mean. Well, you won't know how to do it, but Duolingo, they teach you to build the sentences block by block. And that's what you need in real life. So as a free option, I hate all the ads and stuff that pop, but as a free option, it is actually quite good. And you have the whole range of learning you need. So audio, you have exercises, vocabulary, a bit of grammar explanation, all that. It's not perfect, far from it, but it is pretty well done. So what did you think of these apps? Tell me the one you want to try next or the one you have tried. I really want to hear your thought about them. Don't forget the link in the description if you want to try FluentU. And if you want to see a review I did about another app, I recommend you watch this video next. Donc à la semaine prochaine. Salut!